Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and all others. Here we are back with LOTRO. I didn't have a chance to play any of this yesterday because I was watching chapter 3 of The Mandalorian. I love that. And I wanted to watch it again today before I even started, which means I may not have time to do my Guild Wars 2, but you know, I really sucked bad on that last Guild Wars 2 file. Oof, did I suck on it. Yeah, I look like a total newbie. Anyway, open silver for free, 100 virtue XP, and a relic bundle, which, yeah, we'll have to, we'll save it and turn it in at a vault keeper when I get a chance. Go ahead and use my virtue XP. So anyway, we're out here. Let's see, find the missing 4th gear, talk to Langless, collect treasure boxes, and talk to Sigador. Okay, so anyway, kind of do this, I guess, one at a time.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
Okay, so anyway, the cat's meow. Search the abandoned bear den. So since we're kind of full up, I don't know, let's talk to Langless.
What can I do for you?
Okay, prologue. Mutual dislike. Elves and dwarves living as neighbors in Erdluin is worse than keeping a lynx kitten and a wolf pup in the same house. And I hope you don't take offense to my saying so. I'm a hobbit. Why should I take offense? In the interest of maintaining peace in Erdluin, I will respect Matthew Stouthand's wish and arrange for the rescue of Averthal. I do not want to bear the burden of our rescue ending in failure, but a ranger does not have the luxury of refusing charges such as this one. If I were to refuse, Averthal's life would be forfeit, and so too would peace in Erdluin. I will organize the attempt if you will help me, and I will.
Would you do something for me?
Okay, so prologue. To avert a war. A rumor of Averthal's capture has come to me. Matthew's fears have merit. The Elves of Dweeland remember the treachery of Skorgrim Dowerhand 600 years ago and do not easily recognize the difference between dwarves. The short reign of Thrain and his son Thorin in Erdluin was marked by grudging peace only because their folk kept to themselves and did not disturb the elves. Very well. I will help you to rescue Averthal and hopefully avert a war. In these darkening times, strife between the enemies of Mordor can only serve to aid the Dark Lord. This rescue will not be easy. Return to me when you are ready to depart for the Dowerhand camp. And so we shall see. We have some leggings, 158. Oh yeah, we'll sell the club. Okay, so anyway. Alright, so let's go.
How can I be of service?
This will be a difficult task. I will guide you to the place I believe Averthal is being held. We will no doubt have to fight our way through a gauntlet of sturdy Dowerhand warriors. We must watch each other's back, lest we fail. Are you ready to leave? And one thing I want to do first before I go, I'm just going to kind of look at my my quests here. So, yeah, level 12. Okay, so I'm going to make sure we had everything was below level 13, so we don't have to turn on our experience again by removing the tortoise stone. So anyway, let's go. So
The
we'll start the
Ranger
instance.
Langless prepares to mount an effort to rescue the elf prince Averthal from the clutches of the treacherous Dowerhand.
Okay, so let's talk to Langless.
You must hurry.
We should proceed without delay. Together, we may defeat the Dowerhands and rescue Averthal. Okay. Okay, so we have 5 LOTRO points. We've been assigned the deed Brigand Slayer Advanced. Okay, 10 LOTRO points, 30 marks, 2,000 virtue experience, and 700 Thorns Hall virtue experience. Not virtue experience. Reputation. Okay, let us pause so that I can read this stuff. Okay, so we've been given the title Defender of the Halls. And I'm covering up Lankless's health, so I wanted to kind of peek over and see how he's doing. But I hope that he's doing well. Anyway, we've completed the Brigand Slayer deed where we got 5 LOTRO points, Defender of the Halls, and 500 rep. Okay, so let's rest here for a moment.
They know we are here.
Yes, they do. They've been fighting us. The fighting will be worse up ahead. Now it is time to go. Okay, so we'll go. Slugpoke. Okay, so we've completed Hinderval Slayer. And we've been given the deed Hinderval Slayer Advanced. Okay, so 5 LOTRO points. We've been given 10 LOTRO points, 30 marks, 2,000 virtue experience, and increased 700 rep with Thorns Hall. So that's the Hinderval. That's the deed we've been given. We've been given the title Featherfoe, and this is the deed we just completed for 5 LOTRO points. That title and 500 rep. Okay, so.
You are a boon companion.
This has been a long and dangerous trek, but I'm glad to have had you at my side throughout it all. Come on, let us end this. I agree. Let us. Okay, so here's Hakan Iron Fist. Fool, did you think we would keep him here? Aberthal has already been taken to Kelendul. He will die, you will die, all of your foes will die. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. How Skorgrim will reward me when I bring him your heads. I guess I'll give you ice cream. Got my pets. Okay, so
Our efforts were for naught.
This has been a waste of time and blood, neither of which we can afford. Let us discuss our possible paths back at the lodge, sorry.
How can I be of service?
Hurry, you must return.
What do you need?
This is certainly distressing news. It appears the Dour Hands were one step ahead of us all the while. Oh well, I suppose we must follow their trail. Keladul is in the center of the Dour Hand power, the last remaining town in Erluine which they control. Conflict will not be easily avoided there. Okay, so let's see. We're going to take the more expensive two-handed club.
Might I take a moment of your time?
So anyway, prologue, Rescue by Moonlight, level 12. It is a mainline quest. We must not delay, Boudreaux. We must rescue Averthal from the Dour Hands before they are able to set sail. The Dour Hands control the port city of Keladul to the east, and the ship they plan to carry Averthal is surely docked there. Keladul is defended by a score of Dour Hands, and it is a position of great strength. We cannot hope to attack it directly. If we are to have any hope of rescuing Averthal from Keladul, we will need the help of one who knows the city. I know a dwarf, a longbeard named Svanner, who needs to buy a vow, who was harbor master at the port before the Dour Hands captured the city. You will find him to the east of here, not far from Keladul. Okay, and we will. In the meantime, let's see. We've got the cat's meow, so we're going to search the abandoned bear's den. Not very far from here. And kill a few birds on the way. Let's see, that's a bar. Kill this bird too. Oh no, this bird. This bird. And since you're here, I'll just move you out of the way. Okay, so the cat's meow. You peer inside the abandoned bear den and hear the plaintive mewing of a hungry, frightened lynx cub. The poor thing is scared to leave the safety of the den, fearing attack by Hindervale. So we need to kill 6 more Hindervale. At least 6 more. Okay, so with soothing words, you manage to coax the frightened cub from the safety of its den. Down here, there he is. Okay, collected the lynx cub, so he kind of disappears into our inventory, and we can take it on back. I wasn't on horseback to start out with, to tell you the truth. Excuse me.
At your service and your families.
There's our precious cub. Let me take him from you and... Ow! Quit your scratching. He's a feisty one too, isn't he? Or is it a she? Poor little thing. I can tell you how to look, but anyway, poor little thing. Too bad its litter mates didn't fare so well. But that's the way of things. Nipping my beard now. Perhaps the wee thing is hungry.
Welcome. You've come at a most fortuitous time.
So we have a level 10 quest called Hungry Mouths to Feed. The cub is hungry, but he is too young to hunt his own food. His mother is still all scratched up and in no position to hunt either. Let's see. The only meat I have here at the lodge is either dried or smoked. I think they both could use some fresh, raw meat. Could I ask you for another favor? I wonder if you could find a rabbit carcass for them to eat. If you have trouble hunting a live rabbit, I have a string of rabbit traps scattered in the woods not far to the east and west of the lodge. I'd appreciate it if you would check the traps and bring back a plump rabbit. I'd hate to see mother and cub go without food. Okay? And we will. There's a trap over there and one over here too. This one's empty. One over here. And we have a rabbit.
Greetings, traveler.
This'll do for now, but we can't keep hand feeding the things, or they'll lose that wild streak that makes them good hunters.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
Now the mother has a belly full of rabbit, but she doesn't seem all that fat and sassy. I'm thinking that maybe an old dwarf home remedy might do. I've got plenty of mead, but I'm going to need some of the old secret ingredient. Now it just happened there's sharp thistle plants in the area. I need you to go and collect some thorns so I can grind them and mix them with the mead. Anyway, there's thistle plants around the woods north of the cabin. Okay? And so we'll do that. Okay, so let's bring this on. Oh, hold on. Nope, not that way. I was figuring the quest pointer was leading me the right way, but it was leading me to another quest. I would have taken a nice little fall there, too. Gotta follow that. The bird went back. Okay, so.
Well met, friend.
Excellent. It won't take too long to brew this draft.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
So now we're given a level 10 quest on the mend. Alright, here you go. Try feeding some of this thistle mead to the mother lynx. No sneaking sips for yourself, mind you. Okay. So for that, we'll go ahead and I guess pick the Athalis as our reward when we get there. The mother lynx sniffs tentatively at the fragrant mead, then quickly laps it all up. Okay, so the mother apparently is ready to go hunting. but so am I. So here comes a bird, but I still need... Yeah, I still need Hinderval for my Slayer quest. So anyway,
At your
look at those
service
paws.
and
This one
your
is going to be a
families.
fearsome hunter when it reaches full size. Anyway, see? Thistlemead, good for what ails you. If you're a cat, that is. She seems to like me. Doesn't want to run off anyway. I could use a hunting partner, and her cub's taking a shine to me as well. Thanks for all your help, friend. In a few years, this cub will be old enough to join me on hunts with his mother. Hendervale, beware. Okay, so we'll take our... actually, we're getting both. So anyway. So that brings us down to 4 quests. So let's go ahead and pick up Solarant's quest,
Might I take a moment of your time?
which is called A Remarkable Bow, level 11 quest. An elf named Pingleer gave me this beautiful bow, but I've gone and lost it. Or more to the point, it was stolen from me. The rangers make a point to stay out of the feud between the Longbeards and the Dour Hands, so I was not expecting to be waylaid by brigands out of Keladul. They overpowered me as I was looking for a good place to practice outside the town, and stole Pingleer's bow. The dwarves and Starkith, their leader, skulk near the walls of Keladul. I knew I wasn't worthy to deserve such a rich gift. I'm a failure and an embarrassment to Langlis and to the Rangers. So hapless am I that I dare not fight Starkith. Can you go forth and take the bow back from him? Sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and mount up, and we'll head towards Keladul for the first time. Now, on the way back, I'm going to talk to Svanner. Let's see. I'll go ahead and pick up Sigurdur's quest in just a second. I want to go ahead and pick up this bow first. I'm kind of looking for Starkith, and there he is. And he's actually a fairly tough fight compared to most everybody else. Which means that he's still, you know, kind of, when he's taken tad over 100 hit points from you, so yeah. Okay, so we recovered the stolen bow, so I'm just going to kind of remove for a second so that we can make room for Sigurdur's quest. Wait, hold on. Okay, talking to Sigurdur was, yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that one back up then. Remarkable bow. Okay. I've forgotten that Sigurdur's quest was actually a continuation quest from Askel, I believe. Okay, so
I am at your service.
Askel told me not to go, but I would hear nothing of his warning. My brother Arndor was not much older than myself, and I felt I must avenge him. I failed. The Dour Hands are too rooted within that port for one dwarf, more miner than warrior, to dislodge. You, though, you are a hale and hardy warrior, else you would not be here.
Welcome. You've come at a most fortuitous time.
Okay, so we have a level 10 quest called Exacting Vengeance. I did attempt to fight my way through the port in search of the leader, to no avail. His cowardice keeps him well hidden, and his lackeys give my legs a good beating. Were it not for Svanner, I likely would have fallen to them as well. No, thank you, Svanner. I failed to avenge Arndor. I am not fit for another foray, but you have helped Askel, and I hope that you will help me too. Below us in the valley, to the east, lay the port of Keladul, and therein the Dour Hands. You go there and strike down a goodly number of the forces there, so that I might be able to give my brother the vengeance he deserves. So we need to kill 8 dour hands in Caledon. And like I said, we're going to talk to Svanner on the way back. And there's a reason for that. I think he's just going to bring me at the end of his instance. I think I ended up in front of Langlis. So I was heading this way. I want to get done what I can over here, and then we'll talk to Svanner. Okay. So there's one. We still need to kill Vandervale, so yeah. Okay, so we've got a couple of treasure boxes. Let's see. Spire of Keladul. Kind of headed there on purpose just to kind of pick that up for an Explorer Deep. Okay, treasure box here. Treasure box there. Box there. And let's see. Yes, I was kind of thinking we might have gone over 50 here. So anyway, let's go ahead and put a lock on some more broken daggers. You know, I was supposed to even, yeah, let's see. Yesterday, I think I forgot this quest. So anyway, 6 broken sword sheaths. All right, good. All right, so the rest of the stuff is junk. Apparently, I already have that padding recipe. Okay, yeah. All right, so. Okay, so we have a chest over there. Let's see. See a wooden chest there. Let's go ahead and... Come on. Lags get me apparently. That wooden chest just for some loot. Okay, and we get one of these treasure boxes. Okay, so anyway, all these quests are ready to return except for talking to Svanner. So let's blow this taco stand. A little bit of lag here. Come on. Okay. I believe Spanner's got an instance for us. Yeah, to go into Keladul and rescue Abrathal. So, let's see, Sigurdur, I could go ahead and turn your request
At
in.
your service and your families.
My brother may not know that my brother may not know that this has been done, but I do, and this will give me leave to rest at night. I am ever in your debt, Boudreaux. I will miss my brother, but I will know that his death is avenged, and that the dour hands are weakened now to a point where we Longbeards may drive them out, finally, from our lands. Okay? So now we can talk to Spanner.
Well met, friend.
If you want to get inside Keladul, I am the dwarf you need. The dour hands have let my fine harbor sink into filth and disrepair. Any foe of theirs is a friend of mine. A ship came out of the north and has been sitting at anchor for a few days now. From what I can gather, she's called the Irestone, and her captain is a particularly unpleasant-looking dour hand. If he's planning on taking the Elf Prince back north on the ship, you'll need to hurry. I've overheard the guards at the gate saying that the ship won't be long in port. During the day, you'll be too visible, but at night, you need not be a burglar to sneak into Keladul undetected. You want to stay clear of the night watch, or they'll raise the alarm. You know what? I'm not really too worried about the night watch's alarm, but anyway, if you're prepared, let's go. And so we will.
Avorthal had been moved from the Dourhand encampment to a ship preparing to depart for an unknown port in the north. His rescue is paramount to maintaining peace in Eredluin.
So, you know, we could go to the right and go ahead and sneak this guy, but you know what? Nah. Now, because of these X guys joining in, it may be a little bit of a tougher fight, but I think we can still be able to handle this. Another reason I'm not avoiding combat is because we still are kind of working on this Slayer deed. So, plus we need hatchets and broken hatchets and broken sword sheaths. So. Okay. Fairly short instance here. Anyway, we had gotten some virtue experience there. Okay, so we completed scouting the dour hands. We got 5 LOTRO points, 30 marks, 2,000 virtue experience, and 500 reputation with Thorns Hall. And there's our 5 LOTRO points. So we have a seafarer down here. Everthal.
Praise Elbereth, one who might be of help.
So finally, we found this dwarf that elf that we've been looking for since our very first one of our first quests in the area when we started on the elf side. Anyway, you were here to free me. Skorgrim Dourhand has raised a goblin army in the cleft of Wrath Tareg, and unless we stop him, he will sweep through all the free lands. There is no time to waste, my friend. We will need to defeat the captain and his crew if we are to escape from Keladul with our lives and bring word of the danger which grows stronger within Wrath Tareg. The captain will soon return. Quickly, untie my hands. We need to escape from here. And with that, here's the captain. It does look kind of ugly, doesn't it? I was told he looks ugly. I like his threads, though. That's a nice purple. I'm keeping an eye on Avarthal's health so that hopefully we don't fail this quest. He's faring worse than I am, so... But there you go. We made it. Victory's ours.
Shadow has risen.
We must hurry, Boudreaux. Skorgrim has assembled an army of goblins within Wrath Tareg, and though my rescue should end the threat of war between dwarves and elves, I fear that the goblin army will not remain long within that narrow pass. Let us bring this warning out of Keladul into the light of morning, and may our chances for peace also shine bright.
May Gavanen.
We must return now. And as I thought, here we are.
What can I do for you?
So Avarthal is safe, and the promise of peace is much closer than it was. But Ered Luin is not free from threat of war just yet, Boudreaux. We must defeat Skorgrim Dourhand and his menace, and we must do this quickly before he can put the second stage of his plan into motion.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Okay, so we're given a quest prologue. Preparations for the assault. I will send word to Matthew Stouthand and Gaelfin in Gondoman of Avarthal's safe return, and to warn their masters. The free people of Ered Luin must unite if they are to drive Skorgrim and his goblin allies from this land. While Lord Dwalin and Master Doringer assemble their forces, I have an urgent task for you, Boudreaux. The goblins have mustered in Wrath Tareg, and if we are to have any hope of reaching Skorgrim, we must thin their ranks. Journey to the outskirts of Wrath Tareg, the valley south of Gondoman, and speak with the dwarf there, Engolfer. He will have more instructions for you. Aid him and Dwalin and Doringer, and you may have a greater chance for victory. Okay? So anyway, let's talk to Celerant here.
Woe to me.
Woe to me. You've recovered the bow from Starkith? You have my thanks, Boudreaux. I have not much but my name, so my name is precious to me. I could not have lived with the shame of dishonoring Pinglir's princely gift.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
Okay, so we have a level 13 quest called Someone Worthy. I've been thinking, Boudreaux, after all the trouble with Starkith over the bow, I don't believe I am worthy of it, especially since I could not even hold on to it. Please go back to Pinglir and explain why I can't accept his bow. He may still be at Duilan to the south of Gondoman. I am disappointed to my own folk and to the honor of Pinglir's gift. Okay, so level 13 quest, I'm just going to toss it for now. Let's see, we've got a gear to return to Bavor and treasure boxes for Eskel in Gondoman. So we need to hit Gondoman anyway to go ahead and turn in some task supplies. So let's go ahead, and I kept the milestone at Thorn's Gate. So let's go to Thorn's Hall and talk to Bavor. Oh, and yes, I've got something to turn into a Vault Master too. Okay, so we'll go on a horseback.
At your service and your families.
Well done. I'll have this fitted in a moment. Blast you. Ow, my thumb. Well, I'll have it in soon. There's only one gear left to go. So anyway, we'll get 500 rep.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
And we have a level 14 quest called the 5th Gear. The wretched gear won't fit. I'm guessing the 5th gear goes here and the 4th atop it. Blast. Such art is lost. Yet I must make it work. Oh well, I'm keeping you from your labors with my complaining. The 5th missing gear was placed in a chest hidden in the woods in eastern Hothland, north and east of Caledul. However, a brood of vicious spiders have made the place their lair. It will be a challenge to find the chest without running afoul of the vile creatures. So for doing that, we'll get 1 silver and 5 copper, 50 copper, and 700 rep with Thorns Hall. So we're actually starting to get up there in the rep a little bit. Okay, so we'll go ahead and level 14 quest. We'll remove it for now. So let's see. Next, Wallkeeper. So this relic bundle. Okay. So let's see. It is bound to account. So
Greetings.
we already have. Let's see. A relic bundle. Do they stack? They do. Okay, good. Otherwise, I'd run out of space really soon. Okay, so let's head to the stable master and Farron's court, and we'll take a horse to Gondaman, and from Gondaman we'll hit Wrath to Reg, which I believe, if I remember correctly, is all level 12 quests. So as soon as we do that, we'll probably have level 13 and above quests. So anyway, I was gonna make Wrath to Reg its own
What do you want?
its own video. So once I get there, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video, and it looks like I have time to actually do a Guild Wars 2 video. So I'll work on that, and if there's still time left after that, I'll go ahead and do the Wrath to Reg, because I don't think it's going to take any more than 20-25 minutes maybe to do it, and then I'll kind of make the remaining quest its own video, and then we'll work on Slayer Deeds, and you know, we should be through with Erluine by then. So yeah, we're kind of working our way towards the end here. You know what, I might actually put Wrath to Reg as well as the final instance in together. I believe those are all level 12, so that probably actually makes more sense. And that should make everything level 13 or above. And the final instance we actually get from Languis, so and I may actually be somewhat wrong. I think we may have some level 12s. Yeah, well, like Sickening of the Land. Oh, that is level 13. Okay, anyway, just Sickening of the Land. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because we actually, have Webs of Sorrow. So we're killing spiders in Hothland and killing spiders in Hothland. So anyway, I'll just go ahead and, stick that out, go ahead and use my remove my tortoise stone, and we'll be doing one level 12 quest with the level 13s, I guess. So kind of weird that they have one level 12 and all those Hothland quests. Oh, and in addition to actually doing the Rat to Reg quest, we'll also do what we can for Rat to Reg exploration. There's one that we can't do until the final instance. But anyway, let's see. We're here for Eskel, right? Or Askel. That's where the emphasis on the A, Askel.
What do you need?
Very well done. I think my brother would be satisfied with this blood price. I will send this treasure to Thorn's Halls, and perhaps we can use it to defeat the Dour Hands once and for all. So we get plus 10. Oh yeah, that's not champion over Keladul. We will definitely use that. Let's see, 80 armor, 366. That's a better weapon. That's a much better bow, but I think I'd rather use the weapon. So yeah, Raider of Keladul and champion over Keladul. Okay. So we will equip both of those. Boom. Boom. Okay. That did go in the right spot, right? Yep. Okay. Let's see. Let's open that. Woodworker, jeweler, tailor. Can I use that? Nope. Okay, so we'll do a sell-off and a repair. Oh, and yeah, which reminds me, we will also
Greetings.
do our task quest.
Greetings. At your service and your families. What do you want? Well met.
Okay, we have a limit of 5 tasks right now that we can do. So this will be our last one.
Well met.
Okay, and for tomorrow or the next day, whenever we start up again, go ahead and have these loaded up so we can turn them in easily enough. Okay, so now Wrath to Reg. We'll get there and end the video. See, I'm not even going to turn in this quest yet. Okay, so Engulfer is right here. That's him. I wasn't lying. Anyway, we have a new deed bestowed, which is Wrath to Reg exploration. We found the northern barricade. We have to find the southern barricade, Tumagor, Amanthank, and Crookdell. For that, we'll get 5 LOTRO points, 30 marks, 2,000 virtue experience, and 500 rep with Thorn's Hall. So when we do the Wrath to Reg quest on the next video, we'll also finish that. Well, at least we'll get 3 of these things for the exploration. We won't be able to get Crookdell until the final instance, which we get from Langless. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.